If you love sparkle and bedazzling projects like diamond art painting, you are going to love today's card because I'm turning a jean jacket into a rhinestone covered card. Welcome back to my channel and my craft room. I'm Kelly Wicker and today we're playing with some brand new goodies from the new Hero Arts Friends with Flair release. For today's card project, I'm sharing a couple of items from the brand new Hero Arts release called Friends with Flair. I didn't receive the entire collection, but as an affiliate, I was lucky enough to get two really fun products to play with. The Hero Arts Jean Jacket Layering Stencil set and the Totally Awesome Stamp set. I'm really excited to share this card with you because if you love bedazzling things like I do, especially if you enjoy diamond art painting, then this project is definitely for you. I'll be adding rhinestones to the jean jacket to give it that fun, sparkly look. So I hope you stick around to see how I bring this card to life. So without further ado, let's jump into the card making fun, y'all. And don't forget, I'll have my Hero Arts affiliate link listed in the description box down below. And here's a quick look at the card I'm going to make today. I did end up adding a few more rhinestones to fill in some of the empty areas. It's just so fun and sparkly. I have to say, bedazzling things like this is really fun to do. Okay, so for my cardstock today, I'm using Tim Holtz Distress Watercolor cardstock because I wanted that nice texture for the jean jacket. Next, I grabbed my Spellbinders Platinum 6 die cutting machine because I'm going to trim this panel down a little bit. I'm using my trusty A2 Matting Basics A die set. I'm going to be using the largest die from this set since I want to add a matted layer behind it. And I am using brand new cutting plates today, so things were a little staticky while I was trying to line everything up. I was having a little bit of a problem here. And I probably should have flipped it over and put the panel down first and then the die on top, but oops, I don't know what I was thinking there. So I was just trying to make sure it was going to run through correctly and cut correctly because the card panel fit exactly into that die, so that's what I was trying to do. Now I'm going to flip everything over so the cardstock is down and the die is on top, which is the correct way to do it, which usually helps keep everything lined up nicely. So then I'm running it through my Spellbinders Platinum 6 die cutting machine using the universal plate system. I'm still getting used to these brand new cutting plates, but they work great and give such a nice clean cut. It's always fun when you get to break in a fresh set of plates, am I right? It just cut a tiny sliver off the panel, which is exactly what I was going for. I almost always use dies like this instead of a paper trimmer because I really like the clean finish edge the die gives the panel. It just has a nicer look to it and it makes the layers line up really nicely when you're adding a mat behind it. I really like the color choices for this card. These inks all work really well together because they actually came in a pack of 4 from Hero Arts. I did look at the 4th color, but it was a little darker than I wanted for this project, so I decided to leave that one out and just stick with the lighter pink tones. In between colors, I'm cleaning off my blending brush with a microfiber cloth. I only have one brush that I keep dedicated to pinks, so this just helps remove most of the ink before I move on to the next shade. To start building the jean jacket, I'm using the base layer stencil and blending the lightest color, which is Cotton Candy from Hero Arts. I like starting with the lightest shade because it creates a nice foundation for the rest of the layers, and it's easy to deepen the color as we add the darker pinks later. So I'm applying the ink with my waffle flower blending brush. I did speed this part up quite a bit because it did take me a little bit to blend all the colors. So just gradually building up the color over the stencil. The Distress Watercolor cardstock has a really nice texture and it really grabs the ink in a way that gives the jacket a soft fabric-like look. That texture actually works really well for something like a jean jacket because it adds a little extra interest to the panel. The first stencil layer is really just about laying down the soft pink base that everything else will build on. Once this layer is finished, you can already start to see the shape of the jacket forming, and it sets up for the perfect base for the darker pink shades that will add depth and dimension in the next steps. So next I'm going in with Hero Arts Bubblegum ink, which is another really fun pink shade. This one adds a bit more depth compared to that lighter base layer, and you can really start to see the details of the jacket come through as the layers build. What I love about this jean jacket stencil is how much detail it has to build into it. As you layer up the colors, all those little elements start to show, like the pocket, the seams, and even the buttons. It really gives the look of an actual jacket, which is just so cute and fun for a card design. There are honestly so many things you can do with this set. You can switch up the colors, go bold, go soft, or even make it more realistic or more playful like I'm doing here. It's just a really versatile stencil set, and it makes creating something detailed feel super easy. And these stencils are easy to line up. So for the final color, I'm going in with Hero Arts Pale Tomato. This is the darkest shade I'm using, and it really helps define all those little details like the seams, edges, and pockets. It just pulls everything together and gives the jacket that nice dimension and contrast. Okay, so next up I'm bringing in the Totally Awesome Clear Stamp set. And this set is just so fun, y'all. It totally gives off those 80s vibes. I'm an 80s kid. I was born in the 70s, so this is perfect for me, this set here. So you've got sentiments like gag me with a spoon, remember that saying? And that's radical. Just super playful and perfect for a card like this. But before I do any stamping here, I'm treating my card panel with an anti-static powder bag because I'm going to be heat embossing the sentiments. This step is really important. It helps keep that embossing powder only where you want it, especially since I don't have the matching dies for this set, but there are coordinating dies available, so remember that. I will have them linked down below. So then I brought in the Misty stamping tool to help get everything lined up. It just took me a few seconds to get the You've Got Flair lined up where I wanted it. And I actually moved it up a little bit higher onto the card panel because it covered up that little pink spot that I got on the card panel earlier. So that worked out great. So I went ahead and decided to turn this into a really fun birthday card. I actually need more birthday cards in my stash, believe it or not. And I just really liked that birthday font there. That was really fun. So, but honestly, I mean, this design could work for just about anyone. So for the stamping, I'm using Hero Arts Pitch Black ink. I did have to stamp this a few times, as you see me do there. I had a little trouble getting that nice black crisp impression. So even with the stamp pressure tool that I brought in, I was just not sure why it wasn't fully covering at first. I don't know what I was doing wrong, but I finally got to where I want it after a couple of tries, more than a couple. So I think I finally got that nice crisp black image I was going for. So now for the fun part, I'm bringing in some Hero Arts Clear Embossing Powder, and I'm just pouring it over the sentiments here. And then I'm going to tap off the axis. And then I'm bringing in my heat gun. And watching the embossing powder melt, turn shiny, never gets old. It's seriously one of my favorite parts of card making. And it doesn't take long to do. Super fun. Okay, y'all, just look at this panel. It turned out so awesome. The ink blending and the heat embossing really came together, and I'm so happy with it. And I was able to cover up that one spot there that I got on the panel earlier, so I'm really happy with that. So now it's time for another fun part, bedazzling the jean jacket. I'm pulling out some rhinestones from my stash, including this really fun crystal mix from Spellbinders. I love the variety of sizes. It's perfect for adding detail. I also have some random rhinestones from my stash, probably from Hobby Lobby or Michael's. They're years old. So lately I've been really into diamond art painting. I'm totally obsessed with it. So I couldn't resist bringing a little of that sparkle onto this card. Now I'm just starting to place the rhinestones, using them to mimic things like the buttons on the jacket, and I even added one to the pocket for a little extra detail. From there I move up to the collar and the shoulder areas, adding more sparkle and really bringing those sections to life. On this card, I really wanted to fill in the collar a bit more because on a previous version, it felt like it was missing something. Adding a few extra rhinestones there really helped balance everything out and gave it that finished look. I definitely could have gone a little more over the top and added rhinestones all over the jacket, but I decided to keep it more simple and intentional so it didn't take away from all that beautiful ink blending underneath. Sometimes less is more, and I think this keeps the focus on both the color and the sparkle. This is what I love so much about this stencil set. It's so versatile. You can go super subtle or you can really go all out with embellishments. You can change up the colors, the amount of detail, or even when you place things to completely customize the card for whoever you're making it for. I'm having so much fun here just placing all these rhinestones down. It's honestly one of my favorite parts of this whole card. There's just something so satisfying about adding that sparkle and watching the jean jacket come to life. Now, I'd love to know, how would you customize this jean jacket? Would you keep it simple like this, or would you go all out with even more sparkle? Let me know down in the comments below. Also, have any of you tried diamond art painting? I started it a couple months ago, and I'm seriously obsessed, y'all. It's been such a fun and relaxing hobby for me. I don't really have a traditional go-to-work job. This is my job, YouTube. And while I absolutely love creating videos and making cards, it's been really nice having something different to do with my hands. It's honestly been such a great distraction and has really helped with my anxiety too. So of course I had to bring a little bit of that into my card making and add some sparkle here. That was seriously so much fun, y'all, and I'm really loving how this card is turning out. It is so me. I'm going to go ahead and add my matte layer behind the panel. I already have one ready to go that I die cut off camera, and this is Fawn cardstock. I just thought the color matched really nicely with the pink tones in the jacket and helped everything pop a little bit more. To adhere everything together, I'm using my Spellbinders tape runner and just attaching the card panel to that matte layer. Then I'm going to create an A2 top folding note card using Hammermill cardstock and my Score Buddy. I like making my own card bases now because I can customize the weight and get a really nice crisp fold. And that's going to wrap up today's card making session, y'all. I would love to know, what do y'all think of this card? I had so much fun creating it, especially adding all that sparkle. I'll have my Hero Arts affiliate links listed down below in the description box. Shopping through those links really helps support my channel at no extra cost to you, and it also lets Hero Arts know that I sent you, which I truly appreciate so much. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to my channel. I would love to have you here. I love sharing how I make my cards, and I do a lot with Spellbinders releases, and now I'll be adding even more Hero Arts projects, which is so exciting. Thank you all so much for being here, watching, and supporting me. It really means more than you know. And I'll see you in the next card making video.